Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. John Owen talks about sports and movies. Thank you for checking out today's video. I always appreciate the support and let's get into it. So last night, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs were able to capture his second Super Bowl in just 5 years as a starter there in Kansas City, while also capturing Super Bowl MVP and regular season MVP within the last 72 hours or so. And the question has been circulating around Twitter, where does Mahomes already rank all time? And so today we're going to tackle the question of top 5 after just year 5 as a starter, making the case for Patrick Mahomes after his second Super Bowl win. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the situation. I'm sure you can take a guess where I stand on it, but make sure you guys like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe so you never miss out on any other fun. But with that being said, let's get into the video. So let's just go over Patrick Mahomes' resume from just a pure accolade standpoint. And these are just some of them, but these are kind of the big ones that I think really stand out. He's a two-time Super Bowl champ. He's a two-time regular season MVP, two-time Super Bowl MVP, three-time All-Pro, five-time Pro Bowler, Offensive Player of the Year, most total yards in a single season, most yards per game in NFL history so far, and then hosted 5 AFC Championship games in 5 seasons. There should be an S, but we'll just ignore it. This right here is a Hall of Fame resume. This would get you into the Pro Football Hall of Fame if you played for 12 years. Mahomes has done all of this in 5 years. I'm going to throw a stat out there because I've done my research for the video. Do you know how many players or how many quarterbacks have been two-time Super Bowl champion, at least two-time Super Bowl champion, at least two-time MVP, and at least two-time Super Bowl MVP? You know what that list is? That list is Tom Brady, Joe Montana, and Patrick Mahomes. That's it. Those are the only 3 quarterbacks to amass that set of criteria. The only 3. Now, you may be wondering where some other all-time greats are. Well, Peyton Manning, for example, he's won 2 Super Bowls and he's won 5 MVPs, but he does not have 2 Super Bowl MVPs. He only has 1. Dan Marino, he never won a Super Bowl, and he won Super Bowl MVP, and I think he only won 1 MVP. John Elway, whoever else, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Drew Brees, whoever you want to throw out there, they simply don't meet the criteria. They simply do not meet that mark. Other than those 3 guys in history, and Pat's done it in 5 seasons. 5 seasons. He's put together a Hall of Fame level resume. I mean, just from a pure accolade standpoint, he's done more in 5 years than most of your great all-time quarterbacks have done in their entire careers. In 5 seasons. He's done it in a third of the time that they have. A third. So, and then you look at his play on the field, arguably, potentially, most likely the most skilled / talented quarterback to ever play. Mahomes does everything that anybody else has ever been able to do on a football field and more. Arm angle, mobility, arm strength, accuracy, decision making, all of it. He does it as well as anybody who's ever suited up at the position. And I mean that. That's the truth. I mean, I don't think you can watch him play, especially after losing Tyreek Hill, and come to a different conclusion. Now, if you don't want to say maybe he's the greatest yet because he hasn't played for as long, sure, whatever. But I just can't help but sit here and think that he's put together a Hall of Fame. If Patrick Mahomes retired today, right now, 2023, 6 total seasons in 5 years as a starter, he is a first ballot Hall of Famer and top 5 at his position today. He's going to add on to this so much. He's on. we talk about, like which athletes right now in their sports have GOAT potential. I really think in the NFL he's got GOAT potential for his sport. We consider Brady to be the GOAT, which rightfully so. Granted, Pat's got a long way to go, like championship wise to go. I mean, winning 5 more Super Bowls, 6 to pass him is an extremely daunting task. But Pat's only got one, is only behind one MVP. It would be really, really hard for Pat to catch Brady from a pure accolade and numerical standpoint. But if Pat could get close and then, be what he is on the field and just be the best player to ever suit up at the position from a skill and talent standpoint, I honestly think there's probably potentially a case there one day. It's just like Travis Kelce said. Travis Kelce said last night that one day he's going to end up number 1 on Mount Rushmore. Pat's on there right now after 5 seasons as a starter. I don't really think you can argue with the numbers, with the resume. I mean, look at that. That right there, if you closed your eyes, right, and you didn't know it was Pat, you didn't know anything, you'd be like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's a top 5 quarterback ever. Because only 2 other guys stack up with this type of resume. Only 2 other people at his position ever match or are greater than him accolades wise on kind of the 3 we always talk about: Super Bowls, MVPs, Super Bowl MVPs. Only 2 other guys. He's one of 3. And he's done it in 5 years. Tom Brady, it took him 10 Super Bowls to win 5 MVPs. Or let's say 7 that he won. I don't think that's fair to count the losses as far as the Super Bowl MVP conversation. Brady's only won 1 more MVP. Patrick Mahomes and Joe Montana have the same number of regular season MVPs. And Pat's only 1 behind him in Super Bowl MVPs. I mean, once Pat wins 2 Super Bowl or 2 more, if Pat wins 2 more Super Bowls, there's no question he'd be considered greater than Joe Montana. That puts him at 2. What if that happens in the next 5 years? Let's say after year 10, Pat's got 2 more Super Bowls and 2 more Super Bowl MVPs and maybe another MVP. Then you've got more MVPs than Joe Montana and the same amount of Super Bowls and Super Bowl MVPs as Joe Montana. I mean, I don't really know how you can make, so my point with that little tangent was that he's on the GOAT trajectory. And I think he can get there. I legitimately think, I don't think he even has to catch Brady from an accolade standpoint to get there, but he's already top 5 at the position. Honestly, I'm willing to put him top 3 at the position already. And I don't think it's ridiculous to say that. And I hope everything I've said in this video backs that up. So thank you for watching today's video. I always appreciate the support. Make sure you leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you think Pat is top 5 after just year 5 or not? And subscribe so you never miss out on any of the fun. Check out the link content for some other fun stuff on the channel. And you guys have a great day. Thank you.